I think that it's almost become a cliche to say that we're living in a golden age of investigative journalism. There are so many organizations that are doing investigative journalism. There's a lot of cross-border reporting that's now taking place. There's all kinds of new databases and websites journalists can use. And there's a lot of experienced older journalists that are mentoring the next generation. So I'm continually impressed by how much good reporting is being done right now. I think in general, there's so much information that you can get legitimately that that's enough to keep reporters busy, for the rest of their lives. At this point, there's a lot more data, a lot of people to talk to. It's become easier to talk to people. I think it's really important for journalists to, be careful and to try to protect themselves and their sources. But I think there's enough information out there in the public domain that journalists can use to get their stories. I think in general, there are NGOs all around the world that are doing serious investigative reporting. I think when I think about some of the labor reporting, for example, being done by some of the human rights groups, some of the environmental reporting, so I would absolutely not dismiss a lot of the journalism that's being done by NGOs. This book is filled with so many sort of treasures from around the world. I think that the reporting that was done to expose the atrocities in the Congo and the Amazon in the rubber production in the early 20th century, I think that the piece Patricia Verdugo wrote, the book she wrote during Pinochet regime was a really important one. There are some excellent pieces about police brutality in Latin America and South Africa under apartheid, and also in Turkey as well. So there's really an extraordinary range of stories. Some of the anti-corruption pieces are very strong. I think one of the nice surprises for me was how good the Chinese journalism was. There were some really beautifully written stories about wrongdoing there that weren't just well reported, but also a pleasure to read, even though they were on difficult subjects.